When it comes to managing your time and attention, you either take control or you cede control. It's one or the other. And too many of us just don't realize we have that choice. Every person on this planet shares a 24-hour day. And the fact that some people can manage their days while others cannot shows that the problem isn't the amount of time, it's the management of time. Time management has ballooned into a full-scale industry of books, programs, workshops, and seminars. But effective time management always has been and always will be, or at least it can be, surprisingly easy, as this timeless story perfectly illustrates. Around 100 years ago, Ivy Lee, an efficiency expert, approached American steel magnate Charles Schwab with an offer to help him better manage his company, Bethlehem Steel. Schwab's reply was, "Look, I don't need any more advice on how to manage my company. What I need around here is more doing. Show me a better way of getting things done and I'll pay you whatever you ask." Well, with that, Ivy Lee quickly whipped out a blank sheet of paper and said, "Mr. Schwab, follow my instructions and I'll show you how to increase your efficiency by at least 50%. Now, the first thing I want you to do is write down on that sheet of paper the 6 most important things you have to get done for tomorrow." Schwab thought about his upcoming tasks for a few minutes and then he wrote out the 6 items. "Now," said Lee, "I want you to number those tasks in their order of importance, both to you and to the company." Once again, Schwab focused on each task, and within a few minutes he had them arranged in their order of importance. "Okay, Mr. Schwab," Lee instructed. "First thing tomorrow morning, when you come to work, I want you to start on the item you listed as most important. Don't even look at the others. Just focus on item number 1 and stay on it till it's completed. Then, and only then, do I want you to focus on item number 2 and so on all the way down the list until you're ready to quit for the day. Now, don't worry if you only finish 1 or 2 items on your list. Since you are working on the most important ones, the others can wait." Now, here's the key, Mr. Schwab. If you cannot finish all the items on your list using this method, you couldn't have finished them using any other method. And without some kind of system, you probably wouldn't be working on the most important ones. In fact, you'd probably be unconsciously working on the easiest ones. Mr. Schwab, do this every working day until you have convinced yourself of the value of this system. And then have your men try it. Try it as long as you like. And then send me a check for whatever you think this idea is worth. Within just a few weeks, Charles Schwab sent Ivy Lee a check for $25,000. Now, that was 100 years ago. And with that, he sent a letter saying it was one of the most valuable lessons of his entire life. In fact, this simple idea is credited with transforming Bethlehem Steel from a small mill into the largest independent steel producer in the world in just 5 years. Now, I don't believe that either Ivy Lee or Charles Schwab saw this formula in its absolute literal sense, meaning that one does nothing else until item number 1 is done and then item number 2 and so on, because after all, even 100 years ago, people had to stop for lunch, read telegraphs, and deal with emergencies. Similarly, your day will always have more than one overriding priority, such as, well, setting aside time for your family, work projects, reading, exercising, or, hey, maybe just some desperately needed downtime watching TV. But whatever it is your day requires, the spirit of Lee's method is indisputable. Each day comes with its own tempest, and if you don't have some simple rules to protect your time and your attention, you are highly vulnerable to the endless interruptions and intrusions that will drain your energy and kill your productivity. True self-mastery is the understanding that we can only do one thing at a time. And focusing on the most important things first, it's the kind of unassailable logic against which no one can argue. If you try it, you will be amazed at how liberating this simple formula really is. It will completely eradicate that feeling that you could have or should have done more. And with it, there goes the stress. As Andy Grove, the legendary founder of Intel, so wisely stated, "My day ends when I'm tired and ready to go home, not when I'm done." I'm never done. There's always more to be done, more that should be done, always more that can be done. And that is some pretty sage advice.